Hi everyone, it's Casey Williams. I doubt when the Range Rover was launched in 1970 that anybody thought it was museum quality design. I mean, it was a utilitarian vehicle designed for surveying one's estate. But when you take that shape, slam it, stretch it, and streamline it, then you have art. No more so than the 2018 Range Rover Velar behind me. Let's go have a look at it. The Velar has already won several design awards. But when you take a walk around it and you really look at it, you see a lot of the traditional Range Rover cues too. I think they've done a great job, especially with the art design package that's on this one. And for the art design, you start getting things like the black grille, the black Range Rover lettering, the black lower splitter, the gills here. But look at the headlamps. You got LEDs here, really beautiful. Again, just real slim line, looks beautiful, looks nice. You come around the side, and you really do get kind of that slammed Range Rover look to it. It has the familiar profile, but it just looks sportier, and it just looks a lot more streamlined, a lot more aerodynamic. I like the black 20-inch alloy wheels, the black trim down it, I like the black mirrors, and even kind of the faux fender vent going to the doors here as well. I think it looks good. And faux vents up above. Again, just look very nice, tied to other Range Rovers. And it's the back and the roof profile that really does connect it to the traditional Range Rover look. Looks very formal and yet streamlined at the same time, in the way this kind of comes back with the fenders. Again, I think it just looks very nice, very integrated, very expensive. Some other details you might notice, the door handles. It's very cool. Pull them out. Retract. And they mostly work as designed. The rubber actually, on the other side, the door handles have a little bit of trouble going back in and retracting. But I think they look really good, streamlined. Again, the back looks really nice. And I just like the way the back comes around. It's just really rounded off, really streamlined, aerodynamic. Kind of the lower valence down below too. Power hatch. And the size of it's a little bit deceiving. You know, it looks kind of small in photos and videos, and it's really about the same size as Jeep Grand Cherokee, so it's a pretty large vehicle. And this does share architecture with the new Jaguar F-Pace as well. So again, you kind of get a sense of what the size of it is. But the luggage compartment is pretty roomy. Nicely upholstered, tie downs here, seats all fold down. So plenty of space to get your luggage and gear in. So I knew the Velar was coming for review, and I get the paperwork and I'm going through the powertrain, and it says 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, 180 horsepower. And I'm thinking, this is going to be kind of a slow week. But then I kept reading, and I saw the words diesel and 317 pound-feet of torque. And I realized that this week was going to be a little more fun than I expected. So the engine, you know, again, it's the 2-liter turbocharged diesel. It's plenty of power, steps off the line. It's just a little bit hesitant when you first step on the throttle, but just mash it a little bit and the turbo comes on and it takes off. And it's fantastic on the highway. The benefit of having the diesel in a pretty large vehicle is fuel economy. So this gets 26 miles per gallon in the city, 30 miles per gallon on the highway. The power is routed through an 8-speed automatic transmission to a full-time all-wheel drive system. And when we get inside, I'll show you some of the functionality of the powertrain configuration, the chassis configuration. But it is a true Range Rover, so keep that in mind. And I think this is really one of the most beautiful parts about it. The exterior is gorgeous, but so is the interior. It's a place you just want to spend time and just look at everything. It's pretty much a full glass cockpit. You've got flat screens here, flat screen above, and a full flat screen instrument cluster up above as well. And even the auxiliary controls on the steering wheel are touch pads here and here. So again, just lots of glass, and it just looks really beautiful here. And it's just some of the little details. I mean, just the Land Rover badge here, open it up, cup holder, storage here, and the dial gear selector as well. So let's go through some of the functionality and just show you kind of how it works. So again, down below, you've got all the different functions. You got navigation, phone, audio's here, Bluetooth, the parking sensors here. You also got the camera system. So you got 360-degree here. You can change that as well. Press that one. This is also the parking sensors. So it'll parallel park itself, perpendicular, well, semi-autonomously parallel park itself, perpendicular park, and even help get it out of the parking spot. So down below are the auxiliary functions here. So it's set on climate right now. And I like the dials. And in the middle, you can see what they're set on. Push them here, and then you can adjust the seats, heat, cool, and massage for the front. And you've got climate control. You've got 4-zone climate control, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Again, here's where you set the heat, cool, and massage. Go into vehicle functions, and here's where you configure the powertrain, the steering, throttle, and the suspension system all right here. So you can change it. I'm touching these here, but you can also scroll through it. So dynamic, that's the sport mode, most sensitive throttle, stiffest suspension, stiffest steering. Then you've got echo to save fuel, comfort mode, and then the rest of these are off-road modes. So grass, gravel, snow, mud and ruts, and then for sand. So again, it gives you the best driving dynamics, the best chassis configuration for all these different conditions. Of course, down below is the defrost modes and all those. Volume here. And then this button, when you press it, gives you some information for off-roading. Tells you what the differentials are doing. Also gives you a tire pressure monitor here if you want to see it. An inclinometer. Gives you pitch and roll angles. And then also a compass. So again, just a lot of equipment on here, to make your life more pleasant and to change the configuration of the vehicle. And so there's a couple other things really nice. This one has the full panoramic roof, the Meridian audio system, sounds beautiful, and it's got a full suite of safety technology. It's got the forward collision avoidance system, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, rear cross path detection, blind spot warnings, pretty much everything you expect in a full luxury car. And these seats, I just love these seats. Just want to sit here, go for a long drive, and stay in for an hour. So maybe we'll go do that. For a big vehicle like this is, it actually handles pretty well. It's designed for off-roading. Again, you're thinking a $70,000 luxury car, but it's a really tight turning radius and drives nice. And it drives like any other Range Rover. It's quiet on the road, even with the diesel. I mean, under full throttle, you can hear the diesel a little bit, but it's not loud or obnoxious in any way. And even in the left-hand lane on the interstate, it's pretty quiet and tame. It just has that nice torque coming off of it in the turbo. But driving again, it's just the seats are very comfortable. You just feel like you can stay in here for hours and hours. And I really do like what they've done with the kind of the glass cockpit. This to me seems very simple to use. All the buttons are easy to figure out. There's not some joy wheel down below that you've got to maneuver through. It's pretty logically laid out, and I like it. And I think it just looks pretty. Again, the theme's kind of an art gallery, and I think they've done a nice job with it. You like the colors. If I had kids, I might be a little concerned about the interior, this light color getting dirty. But again, it washes off if you need it to. I like the reconfigurable dashboard. I've got it set up for navigation and the 2 gauges, which I think works pretty well. And I think it's just a car. And the back seat's actually surprisingly roomy as well, in the luggage compartment. So getting 4 people in here, take a long drive, no problem. And again, the one thing that I think Range Rover really focuses on is their terrain response system. So again, you can change this for sport, makes the throttle more sensitive, makes the suspension a little stiffer, the steering a little heavier. Echo, a little harder to get the throttle move, so you save gas there. This is comfort, which I think is really the best balance for everyday use. And then you got the off-road modes to just about anything you want to handle. So it really makes a good luxury car and a good off-road vehicle if you choose to do that. When you think about the most beautiful vehicles in the world, you don't often think about a large off-road capable SUV. But I think the Range Rover Velar is a very beautiful car. And I think it's absolutely exquisite that the designers have done that and kept everything that you recognize as a Range Rover. It's just more streamlined, a little more stretched, and a little more slimmed. And the fact that they've gone ahead and embedded it with a diesel engine, efficient diesel engine, it gets 30 miles per gallon on the highway, and all the luxury interior just makes it even better. So let's talk about pricing this car. So it starts out at $49,900 or $70,095 as equipped. Next week we'll have another fun car, and until then, storm forward.